Ladies and gentlemen, let's Gaming Today.com video. We have a few more rumours concerning AMD's 300 series. There seems to be a bucket load of rumours at the moment, and the Fiji is getting extremely close. So, what do we know? Well, it would appear, and obviously these are rumours, this is not AMD confirmed, that Fury X and Fury are the code names which are being used internally, and they're being powered by the Fiji XT. So basically you can think of it as the actual PCB, the entire GPU, including the memory, the power connectors, the piece of plastic, the cooler, that's being known as the Fury, whereas the Fiji, the actual chip, is being known as, well, yeah, it's being known as Fiji. So Fury equals the whole GPU, Fiji equals just the processor. Okay, now we've got that cleared up. What do we actually know about the actual chip itself? Well, there are going to be multiple variants of the chip. That's pretty much a given at the moment. Now, obviously we know about the 390X, which is pretty much a rebranding of the 290X. So the 390X and the 290X, very similar, just slightly higher clock speeds, which of course in turn mean higher performance. But the Fury lineup is going to be almost like the Titan. So it's not going to be an entire new architecture, as in, you know, it's completely night and day, but it's going to be refined, improved architecture. I'm hearing it's going to be Tonga based, which obviously does improve things somewhat in terms of it's got various, you know, compression technologies and other bits and bobs, including better tessellation for better performance. But there you have it. Now I'm going to get into the performance because there are some rumours on that, but we'll go into those in just a moment. So there's a bucket load of pricing that I'm hearing. I don't know how accurate any of this stuff is, but the 380 is supposedly going to be $200. The 390, $399. The 390X, $399. And then you've got the Pro, the Fiji with high bandwidth memory, for $600. The XT with 4GB of HBM for $749, the XT with 8GB for $849, and then you've got the high-end VR one, which is going to be 2 GPUs on the same PCB, which is going to be $1,400. That's obviously kind of getting into the Titan territory, whereas the other ones are like the 980 territory, which obviously isn't awful, but it's not exactly, you know, the average person's probably not going to pay it. Like someone who just plays at 1080p is not going to need it, but just generally you're not going to need it. The average person's probably not going to afford it. Now there are a bucket load of other rumours concerning the performance. A couple of websites are running that it's currently slower than the GTX 980 Ti, but people are dismissing it, and there are some reasons behind this. The first is, well, it's not out yet. That one's a pretty big one, and AMD is still fine-tuning the clocks, and the drivers are also not finished. And those are some really important big things, because it's possible that the current cards are literally just proof of concepts, and it could be the memory timings are bad, it could be that, you know, the actual GPU clock speed isn't well, fixed at the moment, or a dozen other things. And in fact, sources at AMD, this is told by various people, it's being pouring over social media at the moment, that sources are basically stating that, you know, it's pointless, absolutely pointless to even give an indication of how the GPU drivers are. You've got to remember as well that NVIDIA's drivers are refined now for Maxwell. They've been out for a while, so, you know, they've got that going for them, whereas AMD drivers are still in literally the beta stage, and the GPU's not even probably at final silicon. So obviously, I'm not saying it's going to be faster, the Fury over the 980 Ti. I'm just saying that at this point, it's a bit silly to make any doomsday prophecies. I think it's just, at the end of the day, let's assume that they're even roughly the same in terms of raw performance. It's also going to come down to the pricing as well, and it could be that Fury is better than some games or worse than other games, or Maybe it scales better at higher resolution. That's possible because of the bandwidth. We just do not know yet. We're going to have to wait until the GPUs are actually out in the wild when, you know, testing can actually be done. At the moment, it's just hearsay, and it's kind of frustrating. But anyway, I thought I'd report it anyway. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.